What's up, world? How y'all doing out there this morning? Early bird gets the worm. Happy Sunday to everybody, man. Um, Today I want to come on live and basically show you how I follow the breadcrumbs. Show you how I follow the breadcrumbs that lead me to where I want to be invested at. Um, Shout out to everybody pulling up. I know it's the morning time. You guys can just listen. You don't need to type. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch the replay. But this is gonna be important, man, for people to pay attention. Okay. Um, this is how you can set up, your brain to follow breadcrumbs and see certain things that can make you lean towards one way. Right? Nobody knows what's gonna happen for certain, but you can kind of get a understanding of what can possibly happen. And that's where the gold is. That's where the bag is. Okay. So as we look at the Bitcoin market right now, it's about 108,000 Bitcoin. Okay, let me make this on the screen bigger. All right, boom. It's about 108,000, up 83% this year. All right, market cap 2.15 trillion. That's a lot of money. Bitcoin rolling. All right. So the reason why we look at Bitcoin is because this is the leading asset in the crypto space. All right. So we want to look and see how's Bitcoin doing. A lot of people keep saying Bitcoin is crashing because I think a lot of people look at it the wrong way, man. They always look from the top down instead of looking from the bottom up. Right. I look at it as stair steps. For instance, let's go look at Crowcoin and see what Crowcoin did, right? Because that got all the media hype right now. Crowcoin. Let's go look and see CRO. I think it done made its way into the top 20. I think. Let me see. Where is Crow? All right, right there. Number 18. Shout out to Chronos. It made it to the top 20. All right, it's up 86% in a week. All right. Now, when everybody was watching Crow go crazy and stuff, I made a live stream and I said, "Hey, hold it! Don't be running into that burning building," because the market was exploding. All right, let's look at the last 7 days. All right, you see this crazy spike. This is why I was saying I don't know about this, guys. Hold off, and we starting to make a better higher low. That's what I want to see. Okay, if we look at this project over a year, see how it's been going sideways. This when Trump got elected, boom, it went up. A lot of people bought right here, and then it goes down. Then people get discouraged because they bought up here and they sell instead of just continuously buying the lows, right? Understanding you following the breadcrumbs, you buy the lows. Then what happens is the market goes insane because of news. All right. News triggers the people in the market to get excited. Sometimes people get overly excited. They just want to be in on the news, right? They just want to be in the play. And then when this happens, the same thing that's happening over here, it runs up and then look what happens. It starts to sell off. If you just be patient, buy a little at a time. You don't got to throw a whole bunch of money in at once. You buy a little bit at a time because remember, time is your friend. Look at the bottom. This is the date. This is October 24th, right? December 24th, January 24th, 25, 25, 25. You got all this time the dollar cost average, right? No matter the highs or the lows. And then when you get the good news that you want, there you go. You can sell this strength and reposition yourself to buy the next low. But if we hopefully if we make a better low, but it's higher than where I previously bought, then I personally don't care. Right? Remember, I was buying this at 10 cents, guys. Right? So it went to 40 cent and now it's back down to 29 cent. Yeah, this is what I want to see. I don't want to see a straight moonshot and go to $1 overnight. That's going to be terrible. That's going to be it's going to be disaster because it's too many people making too much money. Everybody's going to sell, and it's going to cause the market to crash major, and it might go all the way back down to 10 cent. Right? We don't want to see that. We want to see stair steps. Right? So Crypto.com Chronos token went all the way to 40 cent and now it's at 30 cent and people say it's crashing. That's because they're looking from the top down. But if you look from the bottom up, to me, it looks like it's growing. Even though it come down, that's all the excitement, everybody running into the news. Now, use that same logic on the flip side. When the bad news happens, everybody panics and they start selling off their assets. And that's when we, as smart investors, we come in and we get these same assets that were just so valuable the other day because of bad news, they start crashing. We buy those assets for cheap and we start accumulating those assets. And then when you get this type of reaction again, we the ones in the profit, right? We don't chase the hype. I chase the negative, right? I'm looking for negative news so I could build out my positions slowly over time, right? Over this length of time. So this is what we see in Crow. I made a live stream. I was telling everybody, hold it, sauce. Don't run into that burning building. The market is on fire. Don't set yourself up to start behind because you're buying at the top. Don't do that. Wait a little bit. Still be patient with Crow. Let the market settle out. Let's get a dose of bad news to see how low this price can go. Then you start buying it if you so choose. Right? Hopefully, when we do get the bad news, the market doesn't go lower than 10 cent, which I don't think we ever is going to see 10 cent again. That's just me. Right? I think we completed that stair step. Now we're working on the next level. And however long it takes, the market is going to fluctuate. It's going to go up, down, sideways, left, right. But hopefully over time, the market just starts to slowly rise. I don't want to see fast, rapid movements. Those are dangerous. Right? That's where you lose all your money. Right? We want a slow grind over time in the right trajectory. And that's what it looked like it's doing. So I'm gonna leave this investment alone, let it marinate. Hopefully, we see some downward pressure so everybody that's on the sidelines can get into the play on the low end. You might not get it at 10 cent, but if you can get it at 20 cent, it might drop all the way back down to 15 cent. You might could get it there. And then remember the news that caused the explosion. And then you just play it by ear from there. Okay? This is what's going on with Chronos. Now, how did I understand to start accumulating this token? And then what caused this move? Breadcrumbs. You got to follow the breadcrumbs. So as we transition off of Crow, right? Because this is the hot topic. Remember, if everybody's looking at something, I don't want to be looking at that as a wise investor. There's too many people looking at this to make money right now. It's all over the news, all over the headlines. Everybody can't get rich. It don't work like that. Right? By the time this news come out, it's too late. By the time this news come out, it's too late. And look at the market telling you, look at it. Start slowly grinding up, and then the news is released. And then next thing you know, phew, you can see what's going on right here with this market. You want to position yourself before all of this hype. You don't want to run in and start buying this hype because everybody's talking about it. You late to the party, but you think it's gonna go straight up in a straight line, and it ain't gonna do that, right? As you can see, we come down 29 cents. It hit 40 cents the other day, right? I was up thousands and thousands of dollars. I did not sell. I'm chilling because remember, when you sell, you also got to pay taxes, which takes from your profit, right? You want to hold as long as you can. I've been holding this for over a year, so the tax burden on this position for me is not going to be that much because I've been holding longer than a year. Got short term and long term capital gains. This would in my portfolio. This is a long term play because I've been holding shit 2 years now with this crypto. All right, so that's what's happening with Chronos. All right, be patient, man. Don't run into this shit. Let it settle out. Let the market go sideways for a little while. Understand that most of the moves, if um if most of the moves happen few days out of the year, like you're gonna get your strongest days probably be 10 to 15 days out the entire year that the market is gonna do these moves, right? So the rest of that time you need to be positioning yourself because if you don't, the market move without you, and then now you gotta go to the next leg up. And it's only like 10 to 15 days a year that the markets make these type of movement. The rest of it is basically going sideways. So understanding that, let the market cool off. You just got crazy news. Let it cool off. Let it come down some. If you still want to get in there, that's when you get in. Otherwise, you're gonna be waiting until we get back to 40 cents again to break even, and then you're looking up from there. No, 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 no. We're gonna let the market cool down a little bit. Give it some time to go sideways. Give it some time to do that stalling out thing. Hopefully, we get some bad news to help push it down some more, so that more people could get on the train at the low end, right? So that's that. Now I want to look at we already looked at Chronos. Now I want to show you how I be following these breadcrumbs, guy. And this is how I did it with Crow, with all these other companies that I be looking at. So we gonna walk and see. We gonna walk through this and see. I want to show ONDO. All right, this one I've been doing a lot of digging, and it's down again. I want to start buying here shortly. I probably buy some before this live stream over. Probably buy it on live. See this movement? All right. Now pay attention to this. This is the same type of setup. Okay. Ondo's been making headlines and making news, and we get this pump right into the election. Right, you see it wants to run right into the when Donald Trump got elected. It's at $2.03 at this point. The market starts going downwards. Right, these are the times you want to start entering the market, understanding that this crypto has the potential to explode. Right, we just off of that, just looking at the chart, we say, okay, boom, it exploded. Now it's going down. This is better. Is it better to buy it down here or up here? Right? We want to buy it for the low. So the market is coming towards us. So now we start the accumulation phase. Right? We starting to accumulate. Why would we be accumulating this? Because we're following breadcrumbs, right? It doesn't have anything to do with this ticker symbol, nothing, nothing like that. The reason why I want to buy this is because of these few things right here. Um, Let me see. We're gonna go to this. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. All right. When you see this, did I thought I shared that screen. Wow. I didn't share the screen. It just kicked me out off the stage. Oh, that's probably because I clicked the wrong button to share. What up, CX 2.0? Appreciate everybody pulling up. Let me get into this into the chat to see what's going on in here. All right, we got Pinky Pink in here. Appreciate you, Pinky Pink. Easy did it, Miss Collins. Yeah, man. CX 2.0, CP3 in this thing. Deron Miller. Good morning to all of y'all. So let's follow the breadcrumbs and understand why would Biz be putting his money into something like this when nobody knows the future, right? Nobody knows the future, but why would Biz take a risk with his money and put it into a project like this? What would cause him to do something like that? I'm going to show you how do I follow these breadcrumbs. Now, when we looking at this, BlackRock CEO endorses asset tokenization in annual letter, right? This is coming from BlackRock. BlackRock is the biggest investment firm in the world. They got over $10 trillion in assets under management. A lot of people say BlackRock runs the world because he who has the money makes the laws. They are the biggest, baddest on the planet. This company here, BlackRock. All right. The CEO of that company is Larry Fink. Okay. We get these points. Okay. Now we looking. Okay. What is BlackRock talking about? Why would we be listening to BlackRock? Maybe because they got the biggest assets in the management. They were over $10 trillion in assets. So, okay, let's listen to what they talk about. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink annual letter emphasizes, okay, the transformative potential of asset tokenization. All right, so we understand it that the potential of asset tokenization, it got the attention of these big institutional investors. Now, you need to understand the difference between an institutional investor and a retail investor. A retail investor like me and you, we are called retail, right? We are low body. We know that what Ronald Jones call everybody lower level. Yeah, we lower level investors. The institution, they got billions, millions of dollars sitting around waiting to be invested. They are looking at stuff like this. This is calling all institutions. All the people with the big money pay attention. And the little guys like us, we need to just follow along. You follow the money. If they're gonna throw $1 billion in something, I might throw 1,000 at it. Shit, that's all I got. Nobody's in the game to lose any money, right? Everybody's in the game to make money. Follow the breadcrumbs. So we see that BlackRock got a letter out talking about the tokenization of all financial instruments. The world's largest asset manager sees tokenization as a path to democratize market access, streamline shareholder voting, enhance yield distribution. Look at the next sentence right there, guys. ONDO Finance is actively developing this vision through ONDO Global Markets, a platform designed to tokenize traditional securities. Okay? BlackRock CEO endorses asset tokenization in annual letter. All right, so we looking at this. This news didn't come out too long ago. 2025, right there. It's in your face. ONDO Finance is actively developing this vision through ONDO Global Markets, a platform designed to tokenize traditional securities. Okay, so as you can see, BlackRock CEO is endorsing tokenization, right? And they're saying that ONDO Finance is going to make this vision possible. This is what you see, right? This is what I'm getting out of this. All right, let's go to listen to some of the things that Larry Fink has said, but we too busy watching bull jive all day on TV and in the entertainment world, right? We're not paying attention. I hope you guys can hear this.
Question though to the vibe issue,
Yeah.
which is that
Can anybody hear this? Put type of one in the chat. Make sure you can hear it, because if not, then I'll just drop it down, bring it back up. Because sometimes when you flip the screen like that, you lose the audio. So somebody just type a one if you guys can hear it, and then I can keep it moving. I bet Easy did it. Got it. All right, guys. I know. Okay, this is not entertaining. To me, it is, because I've seen this movie before, right? So I know that this is weird to listen to, but bruh, this how you follow the breadcrumbs. So now everybody knows that I'm showing you that the CEO of BlackRock is gung ho on this tokenization stuff, right? Tokenization of assets, of all assets, right? We understand that. And we understand that BlackRock knows that ONDO finance is the vehicle that can make this vision come to life. Okay, so we understand that. Let's listen to this Larry Fink talk.
we had Jamie here yesterday, we had David Solomon here yesterday. There are now activist shareholders who are taking on these companies over their ESG policies. Others have taken on there are folks who have gone to court, American Airlines, over using firms like a BlackRock who are looking at certain metrics like ESG or other things.
But in that case, we weren't. But I mean, that I don't want to go to the case, but that's not even a fact.
But I guess.
All right, this guy here that's talking with his jacket on, that's Larry Fink. That's the CEO of BlackRock. When this man talk, you should listen, because he's dropping breadcrumbs. Who you think he talking to? Institutions, the people with the big money. He don't care about Biz. If Biz listening, it's up to me to listen and follow this money. The big institutions with all the money, because money understands, okay, that you need to keep it flowing. Money understands that you need to invest money, right? Broke people don't get that, right? Money understands that they can't just leave their money in the house, because then it's going to lose value because of inflation. Money understands that it needs to find a source so it can keep flowing, like liquidity. That's why they call money liquidity, right? It needs to stay moving. Money understands this. Broke people don't. So let's listen to the money man and see what he got to say out of his mouth.
My bigger question is, what should companies do as it relates to these things?
And I'm sure both of those CEOs said it. You got to stand by your clients every day.
What up, Sandra Davis?
You got to be authentic every day. You got to be doing the right thing on behalf of your clients every day. And that's it. And you have to, there are fringes on all sides.
Right.
But you have to stay true to your convictions, true to your clients. I mean, despite all that noise, we talked about it last week, where we raised $641 billion on behalf of clients. No firm has ever raised anything close to that, of which three.
Yeah, he's saying this the reputation of his firm, that they can raise that type of money. Nobody else has even come close to that. So he's stunting. This the reputation of this man. Okay, so let's understand, he got all the people that's going to listen to him, whether you like it or not. Whether you like this guy, whether you want to say, "Oh, that's that white boy," whether you like it or not, the people with the big money listen to this guy, whether you like it or not. So maybe you should listen to this guy, right? Whether you like it or not, what he say moves the needle. Okay, let's listen to him.
800 something of the $1 billion was from the United States. So yes, I am being attacked on the left and the right. At times it's actually being diminished because we're listening to our clients. We're doing the right thing. But I do believe what you're raising is something what I hope the Trump administration does with the SEC.
Which is
under Gary Gensler's SEC, they made it much easier for proxy, votes. I mean, so there are so many proxy from the far
Efforts.
left
Right.
and the far right.
Right. There's folks coming out.
I was talking to a CEO of another company, very large. I think this CEO is on your.
He was talking to a CEO of another company that's very large. You hear what he talking about? He ain't talking about no regular people, man. He talking about people with that bag. Man, he talking about people that's trying to invest because he trying to make money off them rich people. And they trust this guy. Let's keep listening.
On your show in the last
Okay.
2 days, he has 14 proxy inclusions, and he said half of them are from the far left and half of them are the far right, and they actually are against each other.
Right.
And he said if we could net them, we had none.
Right. So you got to figure out how to change that dynamic.
I think we have to review what is the role of a proxy vote.
Right.
And it's too vast today, and it's the amount of money we're spending, legal and all that stuff. And I'm talking across the board. I mean, every CEO is complaining right now that it's.
You hear the focus of what he talking about? CEOs. This is the institutions, right? Listen to him.
Just like an open warfare, and we need to find ways to minimize that. And it's just not the banks or the asset managers get it. We're talking about real companies, really strong consumer brands that are getting this.
Talking about real companies with real strong consumer brands. He ain't talking about me and you. He talking about people with big money. Keep listening.
Same type of attacks.
Are you planning on issuing any either meme coin ETFs or anything like that now that the animal spirits seem to be very much alive?
I think the Sorkin coin should.
Sorkin coin. We got to do a squat coin. We've talked. Becky and I. We talked about a squat coin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you fascinated by this, by the way? Just the whole phenomenon?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
As a huge believer of crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stock.
What he said?
And blockchain.
You're not?
As a huge believer of crypto and.
As a huge believer in crypto, he ain't into all the meme coins. But you hear Biz say, those meme coins is a gamble. If you put your money in there, you better be ready to lose it. It's a gamble. Or it could go to the moon. It's a gamble. It's a risk that people like him with all that bag ain't willing to take, right? So he say, no, I'm not with all that. But what does he want? And pay attention to his face and his eyes when he say this. The man looked right at the camera. Pay attention.
By the way, just the whole phenomenon?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
As a huge believer of crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I want the
You see him? Follow the breadcrumbs. The man looking right at the camera when he say this. This is a big boy. I want. This man ain't say, could you please? None of that. He said, I want. And he looked right at the camera. He's not playing no game. Right? This is what he's telling you that he wants. Who is this guy? Why does whatever he say matter? BlackRock, 10 trillion under management. Okay, we understand he's a big dog. What he say matter. All right, we understand that he already said ONDO finance. Okay, this is how I follow these breadcrumbs, yo. This is how I get led to the bag. I'm listening to this. I ain't listening to foolishness all day.
Yeah,
I don't know. Are you fascinated by this, by the way? Just the whole phenomenon?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
As a huge believer of
What up, Angel B?
crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks.
I don't know if y'all can hear this. I want them to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. We just saw the connection to ONDO. It ain't over. because
that will simplify
I'm
things,
watching.
make
I'm
things
like, oh
easier.
shit.
Some of the tax on bonds and stuff. We want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. That will simplify things, make things easier. Some of the tax on BlackRock would never have to vote on a proxy vote anymore because every owner of record would be notified through a tokenization of equities. And it would save more money for more people. It would bring down the cost of ownership of stock and bonds. So those are the type of financial reforms we need.
Right.
Okay. Those are the type of financial reforms we need. Okay. Let's listen to him again. He's going to be talking about again. Let's listen to him.
Why is
again.
Amazon
Got
paying me
something else for you.
63?
All right. Let's put this up. Okay. Larry Fink again at a different place. Talking about what?
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that.
You hear what he said? He said, we've been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. This is one of the founding people of the ETF. Now, the ETF has been super successful. When it first came out, people didn't understand it. Hello.
Been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
I don't know if his mic is off or my mic is off, but can you hear what the fuck he just said? He believed the next generation would be the tokenization of assets. Now, we just got finished up here watching him say, I want the SEC to do such and such. Then we just got finished looking at where BlackRock CEO highlight ONDO. Okay, I'm paying attention, right? What are you paying attention to? This man that got over $10 trillion in assets under management saying this stuff. He want tokenization. I need this world to be tokenized. I want the bonds and everything tokenized. He's saying it again.
Formed as we talk right now.
What's up, Miss Frances Green?
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for
What up, Cut Edge? The next generation for markets.
Securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial.
If we could have a distributed ledger, you got XRP, and XRP's partnered with ONDO. If you could have a distributed ledger, who could provide that?
Ledger. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement.
Instantaneous settlement. So this is why they want everything tokenized, right? He's saying it'd be way easier to do business if everything was tokenized. Okay.
And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Changes the whole ecosystem. Okay. Good job, Larry. Let's see what else Larry got to say on a different occasion. Mr. Larry. All right, let's listen to Larry here.
Explain that move into ETFs. How far does it go?
When we bought BGI in 2009, we were ridiculed by most of the financial community saying,
He said when he bought something in 2009, everybody ridiculed him.
you cannot marry the culture of an active investor, who we were, and a passive culture. And we said, why? Our clients use both products. Our job is to be agnostic to our clients, to work with our clients, to provide a whole portfolio solution. But over time,
Yo, who is his clients again? Not me and you. Big boys.
more and more clients started to think about, how do I want to get an exposure? Do I want an exposure in this area or this product? And I could do that through actively investing in ETFs. In 2012, we said, ETFs are going to be the new engine for fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ridicule by many people in the business.
So now he talking about when he started with the ETFs, he said that it would be, listen to him, right?
For fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ETFs are going to be the, in 2012, we said, ETFs are going to be the new engine for fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ridicule by many people in the business community. And today, the fixed income markets are totally imbued by ETFs. And so at BlackRock, when we bought BGI, we had.
Are you paying attention? When he first came out with the ETFs, people say he was crazy. They was ridiculing him and all that. Now he looked like a genius. Ain't that right? Okay. He said the next step is what?
$290 billion of ETFs. Today we have 3.5 trillion. And then this week alone, just yesterday, we launched the iShares Bitcoin ETF. And so I would say to you, if we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments. And
He said if we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments. Okay, I'm listening, Mr. Larry.
So what we announced in our architectural change, iShares was this business division in itself, and we thought that's too exclusive. We needed to include the ethos, the philosophy, the spirituality of what iShares can provide in everything we do at BlackRock, because we believe we're just halfway there in the ETF revolution, that everything is going to be ETF'd. And we needed to ensure both active products, passive products, digital products are going to be used through the vehicle of ETFs. At the same time, in this architectural change, we were elevating the whole concept that we are going to be curating more and more of our performance-based products too. So it's a very large architectural change. A lot of people have asked me, iShares is the most successful division within BlackRock. Look what it did. Why are you doing this now? And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. I would also.
He said he believes it's important to be anticipating the next move. I wonder why. Because if you're late to the party, you get what you saw in Chronos. Explosion, you want to be in, you can't. Okay, live to fight another day, right? He said you need to be anticipating the next move, okay?
Say important to be anticipating the next move. I would also say on the beginnings of a ETF Bitcoin, we believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for.
Yes, Miss Francis Green. Yep, you got Vanguard. They say, you remember I asked you about your knowledge on ETF and that I have Vanguard. Yep. So now keep listening.
For asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. No different than Bitcoin was a technology. We believe of a ETF Bitcoin. We believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets.
Is his mic broke? Or is my mic broke? So he just got finished telling you about ETFs and how that set everything off, and people was clowning him and saying he didn't know what he was talking about. But the ETF helped him build a $10 trillion asset firm with the most assets and the most money under management in the world. Right? Nobody messing with BlackRock. They run shit. Now he's telling you that the next step is tokenization. Okay. You done heard the man say tokenization of real world assets. I don't know how many times.
We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own basically CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities about bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets. I believe if you want to talk about voting, technological transformation, because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets.
Look at all this thought he putting in his tokenization. Oh, how's that trial working out for what's the dude name? Govin. Or that's what you want to worry about? Oh, you want to worry about Young Thug. Oh, okay. Oh no, I forgot. You gotta stay up to date with what's going on with your Lil Durk in his case. Oh no, you too busy laughing about Diddy and how he a freakazoid. Oh, okay. You like to laugh too much. Oh, my bad.
And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets.
What up, Bat? I see you pulling up.
I believe if you want to talk about voting and voting choice and all the things, if we know every moment who is the owner of that stock and it's now time to vote, every individual who has ownership is identified and they can vote their own shares.
Is this the end of mutual funds?
I think, well, a lot of people, it's a wrapper. It's not the end of it, but I would say the dominant form of bringing products going forward will be in the form of ETFs.
What you're being asked to pay for a smart bed is
Okay. So we see that what's going on. Right? Now, remember this. Right? Remember this. He endorses this in an annual letter, right? Okay. ONDO Finance is actively developing this vision through ONDO Global Markets, a platform designed to tokenize traditional securities, stocks and bonds and all that stuff. So this is the platform that's designed to do all of that stuff. It's called ONDO Finance. Okay. Real-time settlement. You see all that stuff he was talking about. They got somebody that could do it. Right? Okay, so we can see this. Can you see this or no? All right. If you can't see this, you might can see this one. Let me see what we got up here. All right, this is ONDO's website. Okay. The omni-chain network for real world assets. This is ONDO's website. Okay, this is the institutional grade. That's institutional. That got all that money. Real world staking. This is ONDO's website. Okay. right here. It's setting up the network for real world assets to go on chain. So we can see this. Welcome to the open economy, right? Look at the bottom on their main page of websites. Let's see what we see. Sui. This is a coin that I got, right? I've been follow the breadcrumb. Sui on this, they partners. They're showing their partners on the bottom. All right, let's let it tick a little bit. let's look at these partners that they got. Let's look at these partners that they got. Jupiter, Aeon, Securitize. Let's keep looking. Solana. Solana, cool with them too. See Solana right there, right? Solana is a great investment. I saw Sui on here. I own Sui by the way. Oh, Goldman Sachs. That's a big institutional player, isn't it? Uh-oh. What's that? Black Rock. BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Solana. Oh, it's another one coming. What's that? Ripple. XRP. Well, I own XRP. Franklin Templeton, another institution. What's up with this ONDO thing? You can see it right in your face. Is you paying attention or no? Nah, I don't think so. I think you want to be laughing and joking all day. You know, we have about an hour right now. We just learned a lot, right? We just learned a lot in an hour. That's all it takes. Okay, so now you see that ONDO on ONDO's website, you can see what's up there. Okay, let's look at this. We're gonna go through this and get off this live stream because it don't take this long, right? It don't take this long to go live and talk about it. That's why I don't come on every day. All right, what's going on here? Okay, yeah. All right, it say ONDO Finance confirms partnership with Trump's World Limited Finance. That's the name of the company, but it's WLFI after yesterday's glitch. This is February 2025. So we looking in forward in time because we are now in August, pretty much September, at the end of August. So as we look at this, look at what it say. ONDO Finance has formally announced a partnership with World Liberty Finance with the goal of promoting the adoption of tokenized real world assets. Here we go. Okay. World Liberty Finance is who? Trump. Okay, didn't Larry Fink say he want the Trump administration to do different than the last administration with Gary Gensler because he wants them to rapidly approve the tokenization of real world assets? Is that not what he said? Oh, yes, that is what he said. And then we got Trump. We got Trump confirmed the partnership with ONDO Finance through his World Liberty Fund, his World Liberty Investment Fund. Is that the same thing that just happened with Crowcoin? My God. So that's the same thing. So you hold on. Okay, let's keep looking. This is how you follow breadcrumbs, guy. So this is why when I put my money in ONDO Finance, I feel like it's a good investment. Look at what you're looking at. This is how you follow these breadcrumbs. But you got to take your attention off of fuck shit. You got to take your attention off of foolishness for 10 fucking minutes. Can you do that? Can you do that? Or no, you can't do that. And then when I get a day like I had a couple days ago, when I made $30,000 overnight, now you want to get on a train. Can you read? ONDO Finance confirmed partnership with Trump. Trump. Ain't that a powerful name out here? Don't when Trump say something, the market move? Okay, so we looking at ONDO. Okay. ONDO Finance has formally announced a partnership. All right. World Liberty Finance users who meet the requirements will be able to use ONDO's global markets. It is now official. ONDO has formally announced a partnership with World Liberty Financial, a Web3 platform backed by the Trump family. On his social media account, we just saw Larry Fink talking about ONDO and his CEO thing. Okay, we following the breadcrumbs. All right, they got a strategic collaboration with World Liberty to advance the adoption of tokenized real world assets. You see how I'm following the narrative, the big narrative. The hell with all those meme coins, they are gambles, right? This is not a gamble, in my opinion. This is following the money, in my opinion, right? So it's less of a gamble. Everything in life is a risk. But this right here, it looks very promising when I start looking at it, okay? Now, we see all this. Let's go to the next one because I ain't done with this. I'm going to be done here in a second, but I ain't done just yet. All right? What's this that I found up here? Okay, so we looking at this now. So now we see a lot of different things going on. What up, back whoa, Benji? Salute to you, bro. ONDO Finance reveals chain launch plans as Trump-linked project buys a bundle of tokens. I mean, the breadcrumbs is right there in your face. You're too busy looking at the wall. You over there watching paint dry. You too busy looking at the wall. Yo, they've been doing this your whole life. And you looking at the wall. I'm paying attention and I'm listening to this rich ass motherfucker talk. And then I hear Trump partner with these. What's going on here? Say, ONDO Finance reveals chain launch plans as Trump-linked project buys a bundle of tokens. Oh shit! What's going on here? He bought them in February, right? ONDO Finance revealed plans to launch a chain for tokenizing real-world assets with Donald Trump Jr. appearing at Thursday's event. So now, not only is look at Donald Trump Jr. What is he doing? Donald Trump Jr. A new blockchain for tokenizing real-world assets or real-world assets was announced Thursday with the backing of Wall Street giants. The Layer 1 ONDO chain, a product of ONDO Finance, which works to tokenize assets, will work to accelerate the creation of institutional-grade financial markets on chain. I wonder what's going on here. Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump, BlackRock, Larry Fink. What the fuck is going on here? ONDO Finance. What's going on with you, ONDO? Right? Today, we're thrilled to announce ONDO Chain, our new Layer 1 blockchain purpose-built for institutional-grade real-world assets. Okay, and now you see they keep talking about this ONDO thing. Oh, okay. Let's go to the next one. Follow the breadcrumbs, guy. Breadcrumbs lead you to the water, man. Okay, share this one. Take this down. We're getting through it. We're almost done. Look. Trump-backed World Liberty Financial buys $470,000 worth of ONDO tokens. He bought this shit in February. 470,000. I think I got $1,000 to put it in. I think I got a couple $1,000 to put it in. What you think? They put $500,000 in this motherfucker. They put $500,000 in here, so I think I could put shit. Let me buy $1,000 worth. Can I do that? I just need a little bit. I don't need a lot. Just let me get a little bit of that. Whatever the hell y'all got going on, I need in. That's how I'm thinking. I'm looking at this shit. I mean, I can't see this. You know why I can see this? I can't unsee it, right? I'm looking at this shit. You know why? Because I ain't looking at all that other dumb shit all day long, bro. I look at it, but not all day long. Look at what I'm doing. How am I able to show you guys this stuff? That means I've been looking at this shit. No question in my mind. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? So you got Trump Jr., you got Larry Fink, you got BlackRock, and you got ONDO. And we can see the ties going on here. Okay, so ONDO announced an introduction of his blockchain for token of his, I think it's a more sentence right there. Let me make sure. Yeah, of his own blockchain for tokenized assets. Okay, so ONDO just created a blockchain for tokenized assets at this point in time. Right, so we're going backwards, but we're following the breadcrumbs to today, and you're gonna be surprised here in a second. All right, so Trump-backed World Liberty Financial buys $470,000 of ONDO tokens. Okay, what to know? An address label belonging to World Liberty Finance swapped $470,000 for dollars for about 342,000 ONDO tokens. The investment occurred the same day ONDO announced the introduction of its own blockchain for tokenized assets. Okay, so we got this going on. The decentralized finance platform backed by President Donald Trump and his family has deepened its investment in ONDO Finance, the second largest issuer of tokenized treasuries. All right, the address scooped up about 342,000 ONDO. All right, according to data from Arkham Intelligence, its first bought ONDO 2 months ago worth 245,000. So that's $700,000 that they done put in this project. We looking at it. Are you looking at it or no? You ain't looking. You're looking at the other dumb shit that you can't make no money behind. Make it make sense to me. They don't make none. You know, you got to take 10 minutes out your day. Look at this stuff. Right? Okay. So we got that in the bag. So we see what's going on here. Not only are these people talking, they putting money up. Right? Now, this is where you could get ahead of the curve. This right here is World Liberty Financial Holdings. This is what they got in their bag, right? You can see all this stuff because it's public. What you looking at? All right. It should say 479 million in this thing. They look. I want you to pay attention to this, right? Maybe this will help you out because it definitely helped me out, right? You know, do you guys realize what this say right here? This says their current balance 497 million. Okay. They are down $22 million in the red. I could be down 10,000. I don't give a fuck because I'm looking at what they got going on. Yo, if they down 22 million, why am I crying if I'm down 1,000? They know what the fuck they doing. They buying these assets and the portfolio say it's down right now, but they're going to continuously buy. Okay. So if they get down 22 million and they don't stop investing and they keep investing, how the hell you think that number at the top say 479 million? And then for something to drop 5% and they down $22 million and I can't be down 1,000 because of the market and the way the market moves, I got to get a panic attack because I'm down $5,000 and I'm looking at these big money on the screen. This right here motivate me. It's like, okay, so they not scared. They not scared. They definitely not scared. They got all this money in this fucking look. It's moving right now. They got all this money sitting in these positions, and they ain't scared worth a fuck. They got $22 million. They down, and they steady adding. They steady buying. So what that tell you about you? Why are you scared? Because you down $50. Why are you scared, bro? It been time where I've been down $12,000, man, negative like this. What you see, and what do? Keep buying, keep buying. Next thing you know, I'm up 25,000 when I was just down 12,000. So as you can see, if they got all this money in here, why the hell you don't got $1 invested? Make it make sense. It don't make no sense to me. So I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers got all this money in here. They down on this money. What they got in their portfolio? Let's see. Let's see. Holdings. SEI. I heard people talking about this. Look who holds it is in this portfolio. Right? We got Tron, Chainlink. I've been talking about Chainlink. It's in their portfolio. They own it. They think it's okay, right? I got it already. I made money on Chainlink already, though. All right, Ethereum. It's in their portfolio. Okay, they got a lot of money in here too. Look, the green. They up $74 million. They got 73,000 ETH. Damn. For for 329 million. That's how much this get you that many ETH. But look at the green. All right, AAVE. I don't know anything about this. I didn't buy this. Ethna. I don't know nothing about that. I didn't buy that. But this one I'm looking at right here. ONDO Finance is in their portfolio. Now pay attention. This is where you can get opportunity. If you're paying attention to me right here, you might win, right? Because look, ONDO Finance is 91 cents. I might go buy some. All right. Look at this. They're down. Look at Trump. This Trump portfolio. This investment. They down 38%. Right? Their average cost, guys, is $1.47. Okay? The average cost, right? Average price, that's what that means. So it means they've been paying, they was willing to pay all this money for $1.47. They was buying this token. Did they sell it? No. You know what they be probably doing? Adding more, right? Because they're down in their position. Look at this. They spent $1.47 each one. Right now it's 91 cents. So, ladies and gentlemen that's listening, you can get a starter position in this company for cheaper than what they paid for. The only problem is you ain't gonna get nowhere near the amount of ownership they got of 342,000 damn tokens, right? You ain't gonna get that. But that's what's in Donald Trump's investment firm portfolio. We looking at it. You got Wrap Bitcoin. This is basically Bitcoin. It's just a different form. We got Move USD. This is stable coin. So they got stable coin, Avalanche, AVAX. Okay, so we looking, this dude got a lot of stuff in here. But the one I'm concerned about is right here. And they're down. And they was buying it for $1.47. So they thought it was worth it at $1.47 to buy it. Let me ask you a simple question. Simple. Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump, they are businessmen. You got Larry Fink, you got all these people. How long do you think that this shit is going to be below $1.47? Do you not think that they're going to eventually try to pump this shit because they ain't trying to lose no money? I think so. I think they're going to try to pump this shit, and I think it's going to go way past $1.47 because this is the portfolio of an investment company that's tied to Donald Trump. The man don't want to lose no money, okay? And he's in perfect position to pump this with Larry Fink behind him. All right, you got all these different partnerships that Ondo has been cool with: Ripple, Sui, Goldman Sachs, Franklin Templeton. See all these big investment firms interested in this play. So in reality, guys, you got a discount price right in your face. Because I don't know how much longer they're going to allow this shit to stay under $1.47. And the longer they allow it to stay, me personally, under $1, I'm buying. I think it's a green light to buy this shit under $1. This is not financial advice. It's just my opinion. Especially look at their price, right? So I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh shit, I could get me something for the low and get me some money. Okay, let's look. Oh man, I should have shared it before I dropped it. Hold on, I didn't want to take a second. You guys can hear me perfectly fine. Let me see. Yo, I buy houses. What's up? Salute, Biz, Jonathan Thompson. I see y'all in here. All right, let me put this screen back up. I dropped the screen by accident. All right. Let me put this up. Okay. I think I showed this, right? Where they bought the tokens, we can see that they were down. Okay. Let's get this out of here. We're going to go little by little. All right, we're going to share this. All right, guys. Remember I just told you that they down and all that, right? They see they down. Cool. They bought it. They put the money in there. They down. They ain't tripping. All right. Their average price is $1.47 that we can see. Right. The average price is $1.47. The price right now is 90 cents. They're down money. All right. Now, what are they gonna do about this? I don't know, but you better pay attention. It say ONDO Finance was presented in the White House report as a key player in real-world asset tokenization. Tokenized finance. Okay. So ONDO was featured in a White House report. I wonder why. All right. ONDO Finance continued to strengthen its position as a leading force in the tokenized financial space. Since starting his token January 2024, the project has grown rapidly and taken a prominent role in the intersection of real-world asset tokenization and decentralized funding DeFi with traditional finance. Okay. This moment reached a new milestone yesterday when the White House, through the President's Working Group in Digital Asset Markets, officially recognized ONDO Finance in a new report. The report highlights tokenized security. So this shit is coming from the White House now. Not only is Donald Trump investment firm is in the mix, you got BlackRock in the mix. You got Larry Fink in the mix saying, I want this shit tokenized. You got BlackRock, you got Larry Fink, you got Donald Trump. Here come the White House living a report. Okay, so this paperwork is saying that the White House mentioned ONDO Finance in the report about tokenizing assets. Okay. Let's look right here, see what we got here. All right. We got this is the same thing. ONDO Finance featured in White House report as key player in real world tokenized finance. Okay, so now let's get to the report because guys, little do you know, Biz got the actual report. Right? I got the actual shit that they put out the White House. Okay. This, what you see on your screen, is the actual report that the White House made. Okay. Strengthening America leadership in digital financial technology. It's coming directly from the White House. This is PDF and this is public information. They put it out here, the White House. Okay. This is coming from the White House. This is an official document that the White House put out, as you can see. All right. Strengthening, they get given all the goals, right? But when you go up here and you type in ONDO and you search, right? Because we were searching this file for ONDO. Oh, what do we see? ONDO Finance, the graphic prepared by ONDO Finance. What's this? Really? So let's get some context. Okay, so they was talking about ONDO on page 41. All right. So this is talking about the crypto trends and all that stuff, right? Applications. Let's go down. Tokenization, where they start talking about tokenization in the White House briefing that they put out for the world to see. But you're not paying attention. You're looking at dumb shit, right? Tokenization refers to the practice of using blockchain technology to record ownership of an asset. These assets can take the form of traditional financial assets such as money market funds, shares, or bank deposits, or non-financial assets such as trade receivables or interest in rare items such as art or collectibles. Industry estimates suggest that over 600 billion in real world assets could be tokenized by 2030. Okay, this coming from the White House. Biz ain't write this. The White House did. Okay. So now they're talking about the market for the real world assets that could be tokenized. They're saying over 600 billion could be on this chain by 2030. Okay. Now, we reading this. This is from the White House. All right. This is the page that I'm talking about, right? The tokenization process. So the White House giving you an example of the process of tokenization, right? Look who they got right there. ONDO. In the White House paperwork. They're talking about traditional financial assets. The issuer will be ONDO in the tokenized financial asset, right? And then everybody will be using ONDO. Look at how it linked. Okay, they got the link, boom, the ONDO. They got the link, boom, the ONDO. This is in the White House paper. What you looking at? Dumb shit all day. I see this. Do you see it? No. You see it now, though. This is what I'm talking about when I say I follow these breadcrumbs, right? This is why I invest in ONDO. Can you see now why I would take my money and put it in this shit? Can you now see that or no? Right? This is how you do the breadcrumbs. Why would I overlook this? What brain do I got that would make me not want to be involved with this? Understanding what they bought it at, where the price is today. You got a ready-made discount looking at you right in your face. They're putting this shit in White House reports. You got the CEO talking this and talking that. Let's see what's about to happen, though. Let me share this stream. Okay, so now we got to understand that this shit is being adopted by the big dogs. The big dogs looking at this, all right, not just Biz. The big dogs looking at this. This is why Biz looking at it, because I see what they looking at. They can't get that shit by me no more. I ain't with that shit no more. Okay, this is what ONDO is trying to launch coming up. I want you to pay attention when the news drop and what happens with ONDO token. Oh, I get it. You gonna buy it at $2. Yep. You wanted to go up to $2 and then you're gonna get excited and buy it. Bruh, ONDO is doing this. Okay, introducing ONDO Global Markets. This is what Larry Fink was talking about. This is what all of them been talking about. ONDO got the platform. They're giving ONDO all the props in the White House paperwork and all that shit. And now here goes the actual product they're gonna roll out. Introducing ONDO Global Markets, a new paradigm for security tokenization. Okay, this is what ONDO's plan to roll this shit out. Right. The biggest challenge in token real world liquidity, real world assets is liquidity. All right. So they talking about all this. You guys can go read this if you want. I don't need to read it. I'm looking at, okay, ONDO is introducing global markets. Oh wow. So we got all these breadcrumbs with ONDO. Let's look at this. Okay, ONDO launches on-chain U.S. equities platform, Global Markets. This came out August 2025. All right, August 25th, 2025. This is a few days ago, right? So they steady working. You know what that means? That means all that time that passed, When Larry Fink was talking about this tokenization, when they were talking, all that time that passed, you could have been dollar cost averaging into the play, right? Dollar cost averaging, understanding that eventually, this shit ain't no game. Who these people think they fooling? This ain't no game. They leaving the breadcrumbs right in your face, right? Okay, I got you. So ONDO Finance launches on-chain U.S. equity platform Global Markets. Wow. So now they got a product that they about to launch, right? ONDO will launch on this U.S. chain equities platform, ONDO Global Markets, on Ethereum, on when? September 3rd. Following an earlier statement that it planned on a summer release, positioned as a one-stop gateway to bring public securities on chain. This is that tokenized real world assets narrative that's been pumped from directly from the White House. Directly from the White House, they're pumping this, okay? All right. The platform serves non-US investors in the DeFi ecosystem. This innovation in tech article analyzed features, compliance, and roadmap. Summary: ONDO Global Markets is expected to offer 24/7 settlement. Isn't that what Larry Fink said he wanted? Okay. Broad US stock ETF coverage and on-chain composability. ONDO Finance emphasizes offshore transferability at a one-to-one asset backing. Okay, then it's going to give into everything of what ONDO does. Look, go live. When they going live with this product, September 3rd. This is when this product will go live. Okay, the timing of it, right? That's the timing of it. And this is further let you know this is when they're going live, because you can find it right here on Google. September 3rd. Guys.
Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025.
Uh-oh, Google talking to me. Don't talk to me. I didn't even ask you nothing. I didn't say, hey, assistant, or none of that. And the assistant want to talk to me. Why you want to talk to me? I know I'm a nice guy, but I don't want to talk to you. Okay. ONDO's Finance, ONDO Global Markets is set to launch on September 3rd. This platform aims to bring publicly traded securities on chain, providing global investors with access to U.S. public securities. Isn't this what Larry Fink said? He think is going to be the future, is the next step, and what he said he wanted them to do. And can you not see that they doing that shit? I told you he run this shit. And he partnered with Trump and all that. You don't see what's going on? Trump got equity in this. His kids got money in it. September 3rd, huh? What you think might happen to the price? I'm just saying. Never know. It might not do nothing. But isn't that a potential news announcement that could set the market on fire? Like Crow? Isn't that a news announcement that might, I ain't saying it will, but that shit might set on those buying pressure. What you think? It might send the market up. It might go to $1.47, right? Where their position is at, and they got all that money sitting at $1.47. Might hit $2, might hit $3. You never know. But I do know it's news coming up. It's going to be an announcement made on September 3rd that ONDO is going live with their global markets platform. That's what I do know. Now what happens if they announce this news and that goddamn token start going crazy. You done seen him in the White House paperwork. You done heard Larry Fink. You done heard what's that dude name? Man, Larry Fink. It was another dude speaking. You done heard these people with these connections, and they talking about this stuff. You done seen they actually hold this in their portfolio, and they're down on the position, and they've been buying since $1.47. They thought it was a good investment, right? It's 91 cents right now. This is what I preach. You want to buy shit on the low, right? So as we looking at this, we're gonna look at my portfolio. Now, the other day you saw this hit around 70,000. I was on here. I went live and I was saying I didn't like it. It was doing the most. It need to stop doing that shit. Bitch, don't you want the money? No, because the money is the root is gonna be like taxed if I sell it. I might lose money if I sell it, because when I pay taxes, whatever I got left might not buy me the amount of tokens I got. I'm gonna let the market cool off. I'm not stressed about that. That's part of investing. I knew it was gonna crash. I was telling y'all it was gonna crash. And it crashed. That's okay. It went down. My portfolio is still higher than it was the other day. I remember I was live, it was at like 42,000, 43,000. When I did a live, it hit 50,000. These are not too many days ago. Now we still at 61,000. I'm down about $8,000. Am I down $8,000 because I'm looking from the top down, or am I up like a motherfucker because I'm looking from the bottom up? Remember, I started this with $5,000. So this is normal. I want to let the market fluctuate. It was just a lot of excitement, and too many people were piling in the project. And everybody like me that wanted to sell was using them for exit liquidity to get out of the position and make my money. Now, right, that we done looked at all this stuff about ONDO, if you notice on my portfolio, I got $1,000 sitting over here, right, that I can buy with because I've been putting money in here, right? And we're gonna make a purchase right now, because I don't care about none of that stuff these people talking about when they be babbling. Biz is doing it in real life. Where is my damn ONDO position? This is crazy. Oh, this not my. I'm about to say, bro, where my shit go? But that's not my account. That's the home page. Okay, this my account. All right. We got Kronos did his thing, right? Let's go take a peek of it. I just wanted to stay around 25 cents. Either 20 cents is good. If it drop all the way to 20 cents, because look at my average cost, 10 cents, right? Look at the profit I'm in, 21 bands profit. Position worth 33,000. I got 111,000 crow, right? That's killing it. All right, so right here, ONDO. Now, Mr. ONDO, you think you nice? I just read all this stuff and it just made me want to buy more. So we got I got 5,000 ONDO token. All right, my average cost is 96 cents. The position is down $100 because why? It's hovering 93 cents. So I'm that's crazy. From 96 cents to 93 cents, I'm down 125. This is why I preach this ownership stuff, because every time this thing move a penny, it's like I'm up or down $50 every time I move a penny because of the ownership. Look at the 1 week chart, sideways, right? Let's see the 6-month chart. All right, this is where it started at. It was up as high as $1.18, and now we at 93. All right, let's go look at this all-time chart though. Now, when you're looking at this all-time chart, it speaks volume to me. I want you to see the floor. This is the all-time chart. I want you to see the floor, right? We're gonna show you the floor. Okay, this was the floor, right? On January, it was 25 cents. Then it runs up to $1.45, right? Then it made a new floor. The new floor was 60 cents. You see? The people that bought at 25 cents, they are in the green forever. Right? It's going to take a lot to make this shit go back down to 25 cents. Okay. So if you bought right here, you don't got to even look at this shit no more. You could go for the next 10 years. It might be whatever it is. You might have a lot of money sitting over there. But look, the bottom was here. You got a top. Then you got a new bottom. This bottom is higher than the previous bottom. So even though it went up to, right, $1.45, $1.47, and it dropped to $1.57, people say it's crashing. They say, this shit ain't crashing. Look behind you. The low was 22. If it was crashing, this should go below 22 cents, shouldn't it? No, what it's doing is stair step. You can see the damn stair step right in your face. This is the low. This was the next low, 50 something cent. Then we had another high. It went as high as $2. Pay attention. Pay attention. So they said it was crashing. They bought it here. Boom, it pops up again. Go as high as $2. It's all hype, right? All hype. Send this shit up on a rocket ship. And then guess what? It finds a new low. Guess what? This low is higher than this low. So the steps is getting made. You might run up again, drop again. Hopefully the next drop, it bottoms out higher than this drop. Eventually, $1.50 gonna be the floor, because it might take off and run to $2.50, go to $3, and then come all the way back down $1.50, and people gonna say it's crashing. I'm like, yo, bro, I was buying this at 90 cents. This shit ain't crashing, because it say $1.47 when it was just $3. You gonna tell me it's crashing? No, I tell you, you didn't buy it when I bought it, so I'm still in profit even through the crash. Stop worrying about the money. The money is going to throw you off every time. You focus on the money. Stop worrying about the money. Worry about ownership, like I'm about to do right now. Okay. This is what I want to buy, and I'm going to buy this hoe. Where's the buy button? Okay, it's over here. I won't let me. Oh, I got to maybe click on it. I want to buy something. You got the red X. Trade, maybe trade. I don't want no Bitcoin. Hell nah. That ain't what I want. Let me back out. I'm definitely about to buy 500 more tokens. So I'm going to have 5,500. Okay, right here, buy. ONDO, there we go. Right here. So 500. 500 more ONDO token. It cost me $474. Right here on live stream. Let's do it. Success. I just purchased 500 more tokens. See how that worked? Now, why did I do that? Easy. I'll tell you. Because when you look right here, what is this? This is my XRP. No, I don't want no XRP. I want ONDO. I already beat XRP investment. Okay, so we're looking at ONDO. See how I got 5,500 now? See, this is what I'm worried about, guys. The ownership, this. Because I just seen Donald Trump got 300,000. I'm like, fuck that shit. I need some of this. So now I got 5,500 on my scale. I just, shoot. I need to get in where I fit in at. This is the reason why I would buy this, right? Remember when it was at like 96, 97 cents? I said, I don't want to buy it. I want to wait until it dropped below where I bought it at. So now my cost is 96 cents. If it's now 93 cents, that means it's cheaper. So it's better for me to buy right now, right? Because I know Donald Trump price was $1.47, right? And I'm thinking like, shit, if I just get back to $1.47, this going to damn near give me what? What's that? $93.47. That might give me about 40, 45% if it go that high. If it go to $2, then it's 100%, right? Because from $1 to $2, it'll double my money. We already seen it been to $2 before. So we know it could get there. right? With what? The right news announcement. Didn't they say something was rolling out September 3rd? What happened September 3rd? Come out, they roll out that shit, and then the world get excited and start buying, and that bitch go to $2. Then what? It might not though, but it's a chance right there. I tell you what, me following these damn breadcrumbs, I think I got more of a chance to make money with this than I do going to the casino. Because this don't seem like too much of a gamble, in my opinion. It seemed like the road is being mapped out for this company to succeed. That's what it looked like to me. Coming from the White House, coming from the big wigs, coming from everybody that's supporting it, BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Franklin Templeton, Ripple, Sui, Solana, all these different people supporting this project is gonna go eventually. It's gonna go up. It can't not go up with all these people supporting this shit. When the narrative change, biz will change. If I see something come across my screen so negative, like these people are scam and all that, I'm selling. But until then, I'm going to stick to the script. I'm going to keep adding ownership. I don't care about the price at all. I want as many tokens as I can, because when this thing ends up making a move, I want to maximize the return on my investment. So let me show you what I mean here. I think ONDO is going to do good forever, right? It's going to do good for years to come, right? I think it's a good play. So what am I doing here? I'm buying so much on purpose. That way, when it run up, I can sell some of it and keep some in my forever holding bag, right? So I want this shit. Like right now, I just bought those 500. Well, those 500 for sale. They for sale to somebody on September 3rd. That if this announcement causes the market to go crazy, that whoever wants to buy it on September 3rd can buy those 500 tokens from me. If this damn thing shoots off to $2, yeah, I'll sell you those 5. You can have them. You see what I'm saying? I'm buying so much tokens that I can have some to sell for the immediate gratification. If this thing blasts off, I got some to sell and some to keep. I probably never go below 2,000 tokens. I'll keep 2,000 tokens in here at all times. So I got 3,500 tokens right now for sale. Right now, if this thing take off tonight and go to the moon, I'm selling that shit. Right? Because I'm going to get some profit, but I'm going to always keep that 2,000 in there just in case it go forever. It could just go up little by little. The next 10 years, this thing might be $10, $20. And I got all these damn tokens. And I got a short-term gratification where I just made a lot of money. I could do things in my real life, right? Because the object is to sell for profit, man. We're using these breadcrumbs so that I can buy my son a car. I can buy my daughter a car. I can pay their tuition. Right? I can pay my landscaper, my light bills, and all this stuff. So I know that I need to load my bag more than enough, more than what I really want. That way I got something to sell. When this shit take off, I could just sell that shit and get my money back. And now I got 2,000 ONDO token for free. The more that I'm able to accumulate, the more I will keep in the long run. Let's say eventually, whenever this thing decides to blow up, right? And I done accumulated 10,000 of these and it go crazy, I might only have to sell 5,000 because I made so much money off the 5,000, and then I have 5,000 left forever. So this is why I'm going to continuously add to my ownership. Fuck the money. The money gonna come one day. I don't know when. I can't nobody tell the future, but I could tell you what. When I see all these people talking about one subject and they talking about a platform, I mean, the breadcrumbs is all around you. Wake the fuck up. If you want to get involved with crypto, it's a link at the top of the chat. You can hit that link. You can open up your portfolio, and there you can buy ONDO. I don't just talk this shit. I walk this shit. You just saw me put $500 into this coin, getting me 500 more tokens today. Okay. And I dare you to drop. I dare some bad news. Please send me some bad news. Let me get a chance to pick up some of this at 50 cent, at 65 cent. Please. I can get closer to that 10,000 goal of ownership. Please, can you drop? This bitch dropped to 50 cent. I might have 7,500 of these tokens, man. It's just going to work its way up the lower this price go. Once we crack $1, I'm not buying no more. I'm not buying it no more because I understand if this shit go up above $1, I want to keep my cost basis low so I can make money. But if we crack above $1, I'm not buying no more. Now I turn into seller, right? Because okay, now we getting on away from my point of entry where I entered at 96 cent, right? I needed to get above $1 and then $1.25, $1.50, $2. I'm selling, right? Why? Just double my money. I'm not selling everything. I'm gonna sell some of these shits, get my money back, and I got the rest for the long run. Let's go. Now I take that money and I use it for another investment. This is how we went. And follow the breadcrumbs the same way. You won't be able to follow these breadcrumbs if you're paying attention to foolishness all day. You should be able to do this. You should be able to look and see what the hell going on in the world except for entertainment. All you got is entertainment. That's all. Wake the fuck up, yo. Not saying this one investment is the end all be all. That's why I put my eggs in multiple baskets. But today I'm talking about this one. Right? I got SUI in my basket. I got a bunch of little cryptos in my basket. But today we talking about ONDO. Reason why I want to talk about ONDO is because on September 3rd, they supposed to launch something, a product, and it might be polarized in the news. You never know. It might be polarized. People might go crazy over this announcement. I don't know if they will or not. Personally, I hope they don't. That way I can keep buying more. I'm trying to get to a goal of ownership. Right? I ain't thinking about the money. Because what's going to happen if Ondo's sitting at $3 and I got all these tokens right here? So what? I'm down $139. Did you not just see they down 22 million? You think I'm down? Am I down for real? I just made all that fucking money in Chronos. I ain't down shit. Ain't nothing in my portfolio down. My brain, the way I'm looking at it, just because it say negative 142, all I can say to myself is, boy, oh boy, they better hope this one don't start going bananas. Because if this one start going bananas, now is that my shit probably say 100 grand, bro, in no time. Like that's the power of investing. That's the power of the crypto market, man. So this is what we rocking with. Chronos, XRP, ONDO. This is my Shiba Inu. This is one of the meme tokens that they say, that it's a gamble. And I'm being completely transparent. I got $2,500 in here. That's it. You can see the amount of money I got in these other plays, right? You can see the amount. You can see. Well, this one is like I told y'all. I got most of that shit staked in a staking balance. These are rewards. I could sell this and clean up that $900, but I'm just chilling right now. My chain link, right? I had at least 5,000 or 6,000 in here, but the price doubled and I sold. The price already doubled for chain link. I was buying this at $12, $13. You can see the price right here, $24, and I sold half of it and I kept the rest. So this is just free money right here. This 2,500 free. I could throw that shit in the trash, or I could let chain link keep making it grow, but it's free money. Stellar, the same thing, right? Now I'm showing these cryptos who paying attention, right? SUI. I told you I got a lot of SUI stake. I got a lot of money in SUI. If you click on it, this is the ones I could sell today if I wanted to sell. Most of them in my staking account, but this show you my total balance of SUI. The ones that's in the stake and then the ones that's on the exchange that I could sell right away. Okay, so we got 2,000 SUI token. It's worth $6,700, right? I invested $6,300. My average cost is $325, and I'm up $250, which ain't shit, right? When this thing start running, then what, right? When this thing go up to $6, $7, then what? You see what I mean? Like, we just got Crow in my account going crazy. What happened when the rest of them start going crazy? And what's the narrative behind all these tokens? Why is Biz buying all these tokens? Is Biz tripping or is Biz on to something? I think I'm on to something, right? And I put my money where my mouth is. I think I'm on to something, and I'm keep obtaining ownership. And they better not let this thing take off. I dare you. I triple dog dare you, because I'm gonna get paid. I ain't gonna get paid as much as you motherfuckers. They gonna make millions. I'm gonna make thousands, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with. Let me get that 10 up off you real quick. Let me get that 5 bands above. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, let me get that. Oh, you made how much? You made 35 million. Shit. Let me get 5. Can I get 10 bands out the deal? Maybe I might get 25. Can I get 25 bands? This is how my brain works, man. This is how I'm thinking. Sui is another one that could potentially explode any moment, right? And I got 2,000 of these because the price a little bit more. That's why. Don't worry about the average cost and all that. See, I got 2,000 tokens. That's what I know, and I'm trying to get more, but this price is high, right? So it's hard for me to get them, but it's the same. It's actually everything is relevant. So if this one has less tokens, is why the price is so much, right? Because Chronos is valued higher than Sui is right now. Wait, I don't know if that's true or not. I know Chronos moved up the ladder. They are like number 18. So no, they are not valued as high as Sui is. Sui is higher than number 18. But what I'm trying to say is Chronos has more supply. So Chronos got 100 billion tokens. Sui only got 10 billion tokens. This is why you see the price at 325. Because you would think that because the price say 325 is way more valuable than Crow, but that's not the case. It's because of supply, right? They have less supply than Chronos, so which makes each token a little bit more valuable because it's less of them in circulation. Shit, Bitcoin only got 21 million in circulation. This is why you see the price so goddamn high. So, hopefully somebody learned something today. If not, oh well. You guys catch the replay. This is what Biz doing. Biz just showed you live stream. I just bought 500 more tokens for $470. I'm just slowly adding to the bag, right? Next week come, I might put some more money in there. I might buy some Sui, depending on how the market move. I want to see red because I understand that red ain't gonna last forever. The market is gonna go up. It's going up. It's just a matter of time. It's going up, yo. It's just a matter of time. You just got to be patient. It took 2 years for Coin to explode. How long will it take ONDO? How long will it take Sui? And I also wanted to show this. Damn, I forgot to show this in the beginning. I'm gonna go look. Oh, I just erased the damn thing. Ain't I stupid? I just had it up there and I just dropped it on by accident. So let me see. I'm about to show this, and then we gonna get out of here. All right, look at this. Bruh, I pushed the share tab. Okay, there we go. See the fear and greed index? Fear and greed index is at a 40. It's nowhere near over here, right? This is why I hope it get down over here somewhere, but we never know. And then look at altcoin season. Altcoin season starting to take over. You see? It's about to be time for the altcoins to erupt. I wonder, will this ONDO announcement launch us into altcoin season? I don't know. People just can, explore and assume and stuff. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but I just know I'm not buying nothing that don't make no sense. If it don't make no sense, I ain't buying it. So we got altcoin season almost about to get, well, shit, it's starting to push into altcoin season. And the fear and greed indexes is neutral. It's in the 40 area. It's all right. It's a good time to buy. Not saying it can't go lower. Oh, the landscaper back. I'm cutting the grass today. Picking up. I seen your ass out there. See how that worked, man? I just got a notification somebody walking around. It's the landscaper dude. But I appreciate everybody that pull up, man. I just want you guys to pay attention, man. You take your own risk. Everything is your own risk. Okay. I do what I do because I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to find these breadcrumbs and they make perfect sense to me. And in my brain, I'm willing to lose the money that I invest in there if it don't work because the potential for upside is tremendous. Right? The potential for this thing to go up is insane because if they really start putting these assets on this tokenized blockchain, I'm gonna be rich. Because you got to think about it. What are they trying to do? Does anybody know what the amount of hell you got to go through when you buy a car? Anybody ever bought a house? You see all that damn paperwork you got to fill out and all that shit. When you buy a car, you be in there for 2 hours, 3 hours filling out paperwork. Guys, what they're trying to do is make all that shit a thing of the past, which makes sense. We are in 2025. You shouldn't have to sit there for 3 hours filling out paperwork when you go to purchase something. You shouldn't have to take a day off at work because you bought a house. This dude out here cutting like a motherfucker. He just came by my window, right? What they're trying to do is make it to like okay, say your house is tokenized. What does that mean? We know your house is a real thing. It's not a token. But what I'm trying to say is by your house being tokenized, you know, all those papers and all that shit, it'll be in like think of like an NFT, right? An NFT with everything that has to do with that property attached to it, right? So when you go to buy the house, you buy the NFT. All that paperwork and all that shit instantly gets transferred to you from the blockchain, right? So when you buy that house, they just transfer you the NFT, and that's it. And go in your house and chill. You ain't got to sit there for 5 hours filling out paper. Everything is becoming digital. Don't it make sense? It makes sense, don't it? When you go to the car lot, you could have $10,000 and a car costs $10,000. You still got to fill out all that dumbass paperwork. But when you go buy Skittles or a bag of chips or a candy bar or whatever, you pay, you get your candy bar, you leave. That's what they're trying to do for the assets. Because anytime you buy an asset, you got to always fill out a bunch of paperwork. But if it was tokenized, right, you could just buy the car, get your token, run the fuck out. I believe in the world where everything is going to be like that, where they got your school records on the blockchain. We in 2025, man. Technology is taking off. You're betting basically on the technology is what you're betting on. Right? Everything gonna be on a blockchain. Your school records, your medical records. That's what I think. I believe it. Because that's the most secure network. They could put Bitcoin network has never been compromised. Only the exchanges have been compromised. So when people be like, oh, Bitcoin got compromised, shut up. The exchange got compromised. You cannot penetrate the Bitcoin network. It's the most secure network in the world. So these other blockchains are, making blockchains the same way. And if they start putting your school records, your medical records, your dental records, everything about you on the blockchain, your name, everything, everybody will know who you are. You push your fingerprint and then all your information pop up. That's what they trying to do. And they're going to start off with them real world assets. Larry Fink been preaching about it. Donald Trump is buying it. Well, his investment firm is buying it. You know, they use that investment firm as a way so they don't get in trouble. He got to have that investment buffer. He can't just be buying that shit outright because then that shit going to go bananas. But you got a lot of breadcrumbs, man. Follow them shit. And it might lead you to the water. It might not. I might lose this 5,000, 6,000, whatever month dollars I got in there. So was it worth the risk though? Hell yeah. Can you see these damn shit that I'm looking at? Hell yeah. So I think it's worth the risk. I lose that 5 bands because I think this shit gonna bring me back 30. I think this shit might bring me back 50. You see? So shout out to y'all. I'm done. I did my thing for today. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Let's see who we got in here. What y'all talking about? Jonathan Thompson, salute Biz. Julia Graham's in the building. Bat Casamajaga in here. Lamarcus Nash. PYTH may do something. Piff. I heard about that. As well. That's in the real world tokenization thing too. I heard about that. I just think Ondo got the biggest narrative. Like it's the biggest one. You know, it might not do the most gains, but to me, it's like more official. Like it's less likely for me to lose my money. You know what I'm saying? Because look at everybody that's talking about them. Fucking shit is everywhere. And what happens on September 3rd? Nobody knows. The market could react positive. The market can react negative. Either way, it's a plus for me. If the market goes up, I'm gonna be in profit. If the market go down, I can buy more. Simple. I don't care nothing about the money, man. Not nothing at all. I care about the ownership. Because that's what brought me all that money from Crow. I called Crow, didn't I? And look, boom, overnight. Now watch it, what happened. Might not happen overnight. It might not do the same thing Crow did, but this ain't no Ondo Finance is a good ass investment. Period. Period. It's just in a matter of time, in my opinion. It's just a matter of time, and that time could be used for you to keep adding ownership. So shout out to y'all, man. This is not financial advice. You do everything you want on your own risk. I take no responsibility for whatever you do. I take responsibility for what I do. You see, I put my money where my mouth is. I got money on the line, and I ain't just capping. All right, I'm slowly building this shit up, trying to get as much as I can until this day this shit take the fuck off. Other than that, man, I'm out. How y'all been, man? We got Brandon Morgan in the building. I appreciate every one of y'all pull up, man. It's 25 people in here. You 25 of the smart ones. You know, I appreciate y'all giving me the ear to listen. And that's it, man. I'm done. I did my duty for the day. This the crypto show, man. Good. You better get with it or get lost. Yeah, man. So that's it, man. Appreciate every one of y'all. Now go do some research. And maybe you could bring something to my attention. That's how this thing works. All right. So I just gave you a deep look at some of these breadcrumbs, and I think you should pay attention. Just my opinion. If anybody needs a way to buy crypto, you can use different platforms. I just like crypto.com. I think it's a little friendly for the user. Yeah, they got a little higher fees, but it don't matter when you're making thousands of dollars. People be complaining about dumb shit. It's one of the most regulated exchanges. I think it is the most regulated exchange and more countries and shit. And also Coinbase is a good platform. You know, you can use whatever platform you want. The point is you better get on the platform. And you better stop watching this shit happen and get involved with this shit. So salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We out. See y'all in somebody else stream. Let's go have fun. And hopefully somebody review this video and learn something, man. I holla. Peace.